Hello everyone, how are you? Today's breaking news. Paris, AP. French union leaders condemned the Trumpization of world politics, while in Italy, May Day protesters paraded a puppet of the American president through the streets of Turin. Across continents, hundreds of thousands turned out for Thursday's rallies marking International Workers' Day, many united in anger over U.S. President Donald Trump's agenda, from aggressive tariffs stoking fears of global economic turmoil to immigration crackdowns. In the United States, organizers framed this year's protests as a pushback against what they called a sweeping assault on labor protections, diversity initiatives, and federal employees. In Germany, union leaders warned that extended workdays and rising anti-immigrant sentiment were dismantling labor protections. In Bern, Switzerland, thousands marched behind banners denouncing fascism and war, part of a wider backlash against the global surge of hard-right politics. In France, union leaders predicted hundreds of thousands would join demonstrations across the country, fueled by anger over U.S. military and trade influence in Europe. Far-left leader Jean-Luc Mélenchon accused the U.S. of pushing Europe toward conflict and economic subservience. "If the North Americans don't want our goods anymore, we can just sell them to others," he said. In Spain, thousands marched in Madrid, Barcelona, and other cities, with demands ranging from a shorter workweek to answers for a historic power outage that blacked out the Iberian Peninsula earlier this week. Trump's name also surfaced. "The world has changed a bit with Trump's arrival," said Ángel López, 56, a worker from Madrid. The arrival of the far right to a country like the United States is a major global shift. Trump-fueled economic fears shadow Asia. Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te cited new U.S. tariffs under Trump as he promoted a sweeping economic package aimed at shoring up jobs and industry. In the Philippines, protest leader Mang Palatino warned that tariff wars and policies of Trump threaten local industries and people's livelihoods. In Japan, Trump's image loomed over the day, quite literally, as a truck in the Tokyo March carried a doll made to resemble him. Demonstrators there called for higher wages, gender equality, health care, disaster relief, a ceasefire in Gaza, and an end to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Tadashi Ito, a union construction worker, said he feared the rising cost of imported raw materials. "Everybody is fighting over work, and so the contracts tend to go where the wages are cheapest," he said. "We think peace comes first. And we hope Trump will eradicate conflict and inequalities." Under overcast skies, about 2,500 union members marched from the Taiwanese presidential office in Taipei, warning that Trump's tariffs could lead to job losses. "This is why we hope the government can propose plans to protect the rights of laborers," said union leader Carlos Wong. An auto workers' union carried a cutout car topped with a photo of Trump. In Manila, thousands of Filipino workers rallied near the presidential palace, where police blocked access with barricades. Protesters demanded wage hikes and stronger protections for local jobs and small businesses. In Jakarta, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto addressed a cheering crowd at the National Monument Park. "The government that I lead will work as hard as possible to eliminate poverty from Indonesia," he said. Roughly 200,000 workers were expected to take part in May Day rallies across Southeast Asia's largest economy, according to Said Iqbal, president of the Confederation of Indonesian Trade Unions.